there. Last Friday I had plans to go a little bit further west than I did, but I ended up stopping and going back to Aboveground Art Supply on McCall. And I'll put up at the top my tour of that art store that I did about a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. I can't even tell what time things happen. So when I was there last, I saw, and I've seen this advertised online. This is the Derwent Tinted Charcoal Paint Pen set. Now I have their other sets. I have the Inktense set here. This is the number 2 palette. I have the 1 as well. And these are really great. These are like using ink. So not quite as light fast, but they're great for using in sketchbooks and then scanning afterwards. And I also have the Graphitint one, which I love, and I use them in combination with the Graphitint pencils. So I found they really work well, and I've used it quite a bit. And the colors are maybe not all the colors that you would want or need, and some of the pencils, I think there are more pencils in the Graphitint line with colors than in these half pan sets, so they kind of balance out if you have both. So there's that. So I was really pleased with this one, and so I thought the Tinted Charcoal Paint Pen set would be a really neat addition. And I love all the other Derwent products. Like, I'm not going to criticize any of their products because they're pretty top quality. So I tore into this box when I got outside the art store, and I went to sketch in the park nearby. So that's already been open. I'm not doing an art haul here. It's just a review of the Derwent Tinted Charcoal Paint Pen set. So this is it. Now, I wasn't really thinking that there'd be a wide range of colors. What I am disappointed in is that I don't know, like, I've tried when I was first sketching with them that day. I was using a water brush, and I thought, well, maybe that's why it's not picking up the color or charcoal as well. So when I got home, I made sure to swatch them out using a proper brush, which I'm going to do now. And I don't feel like you can really get, it's a very, very subtle color. And if that's what you want, that's great. You can also do the same with their charcoal, tinted charcoal pencils. So this, I'm going to zoom, even though someone told me recently they didn't like not having everything on screen. But I think it's more important to get the colors showing. So the top one is dark moss. The next was forest pine. And I find this paper, this is Strathmore's mixed media sketchbook. I find this paper has a bit of tooth. Maybe better than the sketchbook I was using. And that's driftwood. Moving on to mountain blue. And ocean deep beside it. So they're not too dissimilar from each other. Like, you could get by with just that and then mixing black with it. And last one here is Thistle. And that's nice purple color. And I do love the Graphitint has one very close to that. But again, that's graphite and this is charcoal. And next is Glowing Embers. Again, that has a little bit of a purple tinge to it. I'll show these closer to the camera when I'm finished, when they're dry. And then we have Burnt Embers. And again, it's just like a darker version of the Glowing Embers. And again, you could just add regular black charcoal to darken that one. And this one is Burnt Earth. It's more of a brown. Not too different from the Driftwood. The Driftwood has more of a green tinge to it. And this is Natural. Again, you kind of really have to work at it to build up color. And it's got a bit of a blue tinge to it. And this is dark. Which it is. It's nice and dark. And you can, I'm sure you can build up or, you know, layer on top with regular charcoal. I don't know. Let me just see if I can get the white to show up a bit. Let that dry. And all the paint pan sets by Derwent have a little sponge area, and they come with a little water brush, which I don't tend to use theirs. I have other ones that I use instead. They're got a really small reservoir for water, so I like to bring the ones that I have that have a little bit larger of a reservoir. And ideally, you know, you bring travel brushes, but that's not always possible. So there's the white. Now going over, that's still, I suppose you can mix it, but then it is more mixing rather than layering white onto one of the other charcoal colors. So I think what I'm saying is, so I don't know if it's just me or that I expected more of a range rather than kind of, if you just had this one and add a bit of black, you would get this, and same with this, and almost same with these. I think I'm just a little disappointed. Will I continue to use them? I will. I will look at incorporating them with other charcoal, not just the Derwent Tinted charcoal. So watch the space. I'll let you know if I have an update of that I've all of a sudden fallen in love with them. But I don't think I will, and I don't think I'll be using it as a travel palette. I hope maybe I will, but for now it's not going to be something that I would automatically pop in my bag to take sketching. It just, they seem to take a lot more work, and I think I would prefer to do that in the studio rather than out on plein air. So if anyone else has any reviews about the tinted charcoal, feel free to comment. I'd love to know what you think. Maybe I'm not thinking outside the palette box. Maybe there are other applications that these would work really, really well. But for now, I am going to put them aside for a little bit and then maybe come back to them. All right? Thanks very much. And here's a little bit of a close-up of the colors. Thanks.